but Penguin didn't get the angle, but will be able to get away by the skin of his teeth as the first blood goes over on the other side. Bondrewd with a solo bolo.
Oh, clean. Left side almost got the kill, almost got that 50 gold extra credit for the first blood. Instead, it's Bond not only getting that solo kill on that right-hand side, but we saw it there for a second. So many minions denied from the crunch, and the Ceres being level 6 at a point where M on the crunch still only level 4. This right side is bleeding. Bond, what are you doing to your former team?
I mean, yeah, former team, absolutely. Bondrewd previously on Voney events, the many men's now playing the Nightshade EU, who did take their solo laner. But now our eyes have to go towards the left-hand side. Import up to some shenanigans in this red side jungle. We'll have Shin to help him out there, get him out of jail. Dual lane, they're pushing in as well, sensing opportunity. They can play around that CC, around that boulder toss, around that Deca Cage and the stasis bomb. The many men will respect it. They will back away.
Look at what they're losing for it, right? The steal makes the rotation into the red side, forces import out, but the dual lane can just completely pressure down the Revenant that Septic is playing, and they get plating for the Troubles and deny some experience from this dual lane. So I'm just seeing a lot of small cuts, but they can add up, right? Bond going for the 1v1.
Actually looking at it.
You go straight in with that Colosseum. The blink out from M. Bondrewd will follow it, and there is the execute from the Spear of Nir. M is still not level 6. He's still suffering on his right-hand side.
Bond also picks up that Colosseum stack for himself in the 1v1. Both blinks exhausted there, and that is just the worst case scenario for M. Had the minion advantage. They walked into the tower range, but he himself was caught out trying to path towards this Cyan buff himself. Small leads expanded now on this offlane. Bond has been having a monster performance today, TJ. We did see him before face off against Guileless, another good offlaners in Europe, and he was demolishing as well. This Bond guy sort of looks like a LAN winner himself almost.
Well, winner almost, of course, was on Mag 10, second place, but still good enough for the Nightshade boys who pick him up as their offlaner. And as you say, he's just on good form. This entire team, both teams, in fact, coming into this one hot off their form. Just looking at the previous stats, at their previous games in this event. See though, we'll win out this one. 7 minutes on the clock. Mini Prime on the right-hand side. Be about a minute away from another Shaper. There is a Fangtooth also on the board. A lot of options for both of these teams. Feels the big advantage though is only on that right-hand side for now.
Yeah, 100%. I think this howitzer blink has not been punished so far in this game. Just came off cooldown now as well. So that was a timing that many men should have played for proactively. I think so far Nightshade has been the one doing the invades. We see it once more. Import walking into this red side has a level lead over Venom. But the important thing is he's just always sort of catching Venom out. He always knows where he is, and that makes it so hard for Venom to find anything, as this Fangtooth is now started up with
previous Nightshade used to be like
towards
regular players. I wouldn't say there was any type of complexity or anything to them. And I think then from there, I don't know if Nightshade's a real organization or kind of they're just some guy wants to try and make them big.
Pounce on an easy target. The test dome did come out. Might cut off an exit route, but it has expired. Import pushing forward, got Penguin helping out with that beam as well. Shin with the landmine and then gets isolated. As
honestly, I truly think that there's only like 2 good EU teams.
And the R2000 combined.
Otherwise, they just they usually tend to run them down.
Double kill on Fangtooth, most likely going away of the Dawn side.
Oh, if you like this Nightshade team, then it almost already looks like everything is working out as expected. We have the consistency of this Team Immune duo lane. We have sort of this objective control.
I'm curious to know what level of player base
whether it's Sin or EWT
comes from EU. Like how much players are actually EU players.
To 0. Thanks to secured second seedling in the pockets of Neft now as well. Only this mini prime still available, but Venimans, they've not found any way to strike back yet.
It is really surprising when you think of Venimans and Venimans as a team historically. Their early game has been one
never played against Mare, so I can't even say anything about
getting
him.
Involved, ganking repeatedly, playing like this Quang just feels so confident to him. But right now, overshadowed by Import, and the rest of the team has not been allowed to kind of, do Ven things, I suppose what I want to say. Maybe he can impact on this right-hand side, think about it. But Bondrewd might just be a little bit too far.
Doesn't have to blink up. Doesn't need it. Then
is that M the same one who played with Professors?
Knows that he is just a bit too weak to actually fight. They also don't have any vision into the red side. So there's always the possibility of import coming there for the 2v2 instead. And then events many men with this Bond guy being so fed out of his mind, low chances of him actually being able to make it out alive.
I feel like they could jump on him. Does he not have his R assault?
He's gonna be able to do that. Mini Prime still available. Just gonna bully M some more.
Just gonna bully this offlaner. Forcing out. I think that was a blink as well expended there to get away from import at least. Causing problems. Now Nightshade move into this right-hand side. Mini Prime will be the target. And again, it's...
Yeah, they saw the Revenant in left lane and instantly looked at it.
First gear, they're just playing quite comfortable at the moment.
Oh, they're so
I
dominant.
just don't like the Revenant's rotation. Like, you see the Grim in mid lane already. There's no way you're contesting this. Already smited by import. Do you really want to fight this?
Secret pushing forward. He's got 4 members
of kind of troll
around him. Have to try and get away with unstoppable, but just the damage is too much. Spear of Near, another executes, another kill on towards Bondrewd, and
this
M
kind of
finds
troll
himself isolated in the river. The many men's just cannot get anywhere near this Dawn side right now. 7 kills to 0, and every objective going import's way.
That was just stupid.
Venimans, they're suffering from their success. Usually they're the ones in control in the early game. Now they're just getting wrecked and they don't give anything over to Nightshade. Good stun connect. Wow. Kwang is just gonna get collected. Import shows his presence in the red buff. Shows Venom how it's done. Picking up that frag and just makes this dual lane once more a nightmare to play. They know Import is close by. Secret and Septic on that left hand side also suffering while the rest of the map is not going better.
Such a difficult predicament to be in. 8 kills.
I can't even
every objective.
They're just terrible. They're playing horribly.
And as the Desert talking about the weaknesses of the Nightshade EU composition, really not seeing them right now. Granted, that's what 8 kills and a substantial gold lead at the 11 to 12 minute mark will do for you. Penguin is just single-handedly zoning Septic away and might actually be winning out on these trades. Neff though, maybe gonna find it with the GTSO. Not let's do it though, but forcing the dual lane back. This tower very swiftly fall down to him, and for the many men's, is he just running out of options?
Honestly, I look at if I was Decker, I'd look at just getting wards down at this point.
In the game. Bond wants to
get wards down over red. I assume she has crest, so she should have 3 wards.
Get on the other side of that Colosseum. Vendu 2 levels down. Just the surge doesn't have that sword down. Fjord of Heavens also utilized. Then just not really able to find a damage. Bondrewd will still blink away though. Respects the tether that could come down from Ven.
Neff.
Gonna help on the side though, but Neff takes the gateway, and now Ven's got no way out. Spear of Near. Bondrewd, it was a calculated play this entire time.
Do we tell many events that we're actually playing for money here? Or what is happening? 9-0. That is not what anybody was expecting. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Nightshade, of course, probably went in as the favorites, but the amount of destruction that they are dealing to this Many-Man squad is unheard of so far. Fangtooth about to spawn next, TJ, and I don't think that Venom is in a headspace to even want to think about contesting that.
Just knowing that if he goes in towards this pit, what he's got to deal with is just
there it is. They're getting caught out.
As the stuns line up.
Honestly, fight it.
Come out from
fight it. Y'all so far ahead.
Penguin hits another long-range stasis bomb. Import still trying to deal with the members. So they are able to get away. Secret with that shield slam on towards Import. Penguin, though, Riftwalkers play on that left-hand side. They do eventually get through that support, and now just need to run through the rest.
That was a little bit. That was very heavily greedy against the crunch.
Just needs to hold down at left click and provide that damage. GTFO through the wall. Not enough for lethal, but a triple kill onto the talisman player of Nightshade EU.
Septic gets that Reckoning off onto the deck. Gonna buy himself a bit more time. Is gonna utilize that to escape, but still, as you said, TJ, that's a 3-man for 0. Tier 1 also picked off. And I think that is one of the strengths that we've seen always out of any team Import plays with. Like, they see an objective spawn, and they're not instantly doing it, right? They're looking to get those picks first, and they can sort of mind control the enemies into walking into a bad spot. Low HP boss, though. Venom looking for something, but I think the gold difference at this point is just too wide to really do anything. he tries to catch out some of these targets.
Go farm, bro.
I think you've got to say, even with 50% of the HP, you'd probably still favor Nightshade in these fights. Import's certainly not bothered by Ven, just trying to look for these surges, looking for these knockups. Ain't gonna tag with the Seek and Destroy. Force Import away. But not gonna get though, because here comes Bondred. Colosseum Ven immediately blinks away while trying to escape that Spear of Near.
Get cut out.
Be careful of,
that's wild.
Has got a gun and
wow.
Gonna shoot you down.
That's probably to overstay and don't think they're gonna come back. Is absolutely wild.
Clean up again, not even breaking their stride, just moving from one spot, one jungle to the next. 3 more kills and the Shaper will be the next target.
That's almost BM. At 15 minutes, the Shaper already being taken, and yeah, obviously nothing to really to do for this Venivens squad. 3 members down once more, and 10k gold lead. Make it 11k actually at 15 minutes. Definitely not what we were expecting going into this game, but maybe we should have, right? This Nightshade squad consisting of some of the best players we have in Predecessor.
Who are the other EU
Countless
players?
PCC champions across this team. They're proving it once.
I literally only know 2 of
the
them.
map is not only
I think there's literally only two good PCC EU teams.
Destroyed by this Nightshade squad, but also of course by Akarov with that 1.8 patch got me out of there eventually. TJ, you pick it up.
It's alright, Sang. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Oh man, it's so tough. I mean, it feels like perhaps Nightshade don't even need to get the Shaper for a Cataclysm if you're looking at many events and the many events. This map is an entire inferno. Nothing's going their way. Nothing that they do is really sticking. And Nightshade EU, again, they're not doing anything flashy. That's the crazy thing, right? They're not really going for some insane plays or really bassing out. It just feels that many men just are just falling apart whenever Nightshade just turn up wherever they go around this map.
Definitely seems that way. Secret now, the 1 card has that augment that grants him unstoppable in the shield rush. Gonna cause him to escape. Now Venom might be the ones caught out instead.
I low-key would just do a freaking FF and keep your mental better. Like, I feel like...
And they are just a punching bag as we keep on repeating in this game. Nightshade EU, full control, Mini Prime next, and this might almost be one of those cases where the game can potentially even end before the 20-minute mark.
Actually, we have seen a 10-minute game already this tournament. Venivens not going to quite give up that easily. They were the ones who dealt that 10-minute match in their very first game of the day, but 16 kills to 0. Might not even need your prime, as you said, Tang. Might not even need a third Fang to even a prime, or these late game objectives, which on paper we were expecting, these massive climactic 5 versus 5 fights around your prime to truly decide it. But right now, 16 kills to 0. Nightshade EU not even breaking a sweat here. There's going to be a bit of a defense with the Riftwalkers, with that shield slam, trying to mount something underneath this tier 2 tower. Testo also going to come out, going to force blinks away.
The support got the shutdown wild.
Finally goes their way. No perfect game for the Nightshade squad. Tether is gonna land. Boulder toss coming in from Import, almost comical. And now looking at the re-engage. The many men can't afford to step forward, but now here comes Bondrude looking to clean up the blink, the barricade stun, another spear, another dagger, and Maya is gonna drop. Seek and Destroy will eventually get Bondrude away from M, but 3 members for 1 is going to be the overall play.
Penguin also might not be able to escape. No mana left taken by Emder. But yeah, shutdowns collected. Shutdowns onto this steal, though, at least in the case of Neft. So not necessarily the best case scenario, but definitely a first step.
That was a quality, because I have no idea on my settings right now.
It's going to be the dual lane dropping. No objective there to be taken, of course. And still a tempo advantage for our Nightshade squad that is going to be able to easily walk into this Fangtooth pit next with a 15k gold lead. And they're just saying, come challenge us.
Literally, yeah, just standing there. Just standing there menacingly, and the many men's can't even walk up, honestly. They've got wards down at the buff line.
Good, it's fine.
Can't go in towards the river. Contesting 4 members. Nightshade teams, they take their third Fangtooth, the free.
I mean, yeah, this is just a boring game. This is like a standard bullying bronze. There's nothing I can even
killing the members of the many men's team.
Nightshade is literally controlling the entire game.
Roughly how it's going to translate.
Even trolling.
The mathematics coming in as well in this Predecessor stream.
I think they're a very dangerous team, to be honest with you.
Obviously,
like next LAN, I'd be.
Having this big gold lead.
I think Shin is a developer though.
Their chances exponentially, and for many events,
that's my like.
That is one of the risks.
My only thing is just
if you give over
having a dev play in PCC, which is like it's whatever.
At some point, at 20 minutes, you're gonna face off against this.
I gotta show my tiny little bit of gripe of just what does he know that others don't, right? Being a developer and to balance and whatnot. He's a good player, so it's not like he has any type of advantage. He's a good player. I think I'm making an assumption here.
Straight back to that scrapyard, just grouping up, death balling for out.
Like Neft is just, dude, Neft is having fun, but God, he got obliterated. No, he got an ult off, right? No, he obliterated. I was like, the Revenant.
He will lose his life or eventually get down the Grim.
That's only con is that he's gonna get beat up in any fight because they still have a strong enemies, right? For a squishy.
Escape, just using those stuns.
Yeah.
Back to back.
All right, can we go next so we could actually have maybe a more fun game to watch?
Couldn't play anyways. It's just one of these days. Yeah, I mean it's just typical Nightshade, right? That's what they do every time.
Typical Nightshade.
Just not breaking.
Isn't this a new
new
company?
Like warm up. You know, they've gone into the first game just to get ready for this match against.
I know this is typical, but isn't this?
Is
Nightshade?
You know, gotta call a spade sometimes. Gotta say how I see it.
I swear I've never seen them.
Two towers dropping on the left hand side.
Like I'm pretty sure this is new and came up after LAN.
Left for the side of the many men. Of course, to the credit, it is a best of 3. They still have game 2. Maybe they're playing the game on hard mode. Maybe there is another tactic available that I just cannot see just yet. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. I promised you an instant classic, and right now we're just seeing Nightshade EU on a bit of a clinic.
Yeah, definitely. This many men squad. Like obviously the headspace at this point is on the second game, as you said. Like I don't think like they have many hopes for this game themselves. But you know what? Maybe like getting a team fighting win. Maybe that's like at this point. Just getting a few kills in return, maybe that is already enough to sort of reset the Mensa. That's always one thing that we have to consider. Mensa game is half of it. Prime now being started up once more. Venom in the vicinity can enter it with an ultimate, but Nightshade not a team to actually 50-50 it.
Tesdome is going to come down with that CC and a stun. Android is just deleted and Septic gets a big shutdown onto his play, and Penguin also gets ran down before he can make it, and it looks like the many men's now have control over the pit minimap though. Minions pouring in towards their inhibitors, but the many men's are looking for this fight, and Neft gets taken down. Ven with a generational performance on this Quang. They have to go for the All Prime, but the base is falling in the background.
Oh, she's not even a dev now. All right.
Distraction. Might done enough to call off the play.
Inhibitors, importantly, not falling yet. The middle one is still under pressure. Import just wants to stop those recoil. Septic could potentially still be a target, but Secret, being the support he is, taking the rock in his stead. No inhibitors falling. 3 pickups for many mans in this elongated Prime dance. Nightshade, they don't want to flip it, but they lose the team fight regardless. And now many mans at least crawling back very slowly, but very surely.
Is it Venny Vens or Venny Men?
Still quite a bit, but
I'm confused.
Slowly, it's a step in the right direction. Granted, that speed almost feels like tectonic shift at this point. It's quite a slow movement right now towards it, but again, starting to close their goal a little bit. Shutdowns, as you highlighted, did go the way of the many men. If their minds are on game,
so I mean,
maybe it's like, oh, hang on a minute, we are still
realistically, right? You take Prime or you take Prime. You know, if I was in VVMM, okay, Venny Vens many men. All right.
I mean,
if I was them right now,
and I'm like, in his head,
I'd set up my lane the best that I possibly can to prepare for a Fang.
Imagine we are stomping them. I know for sure that is actually what Venom is thinking right now, but Yeah, we're still in this game. Shaper being taken.
So they have pretty good push. They're gonna.
Question is Nightshade gonna find the team fighting victory? I think only one might be enough for them to actually make it.
The right lane right now is in big risk.
One pick is all it takes.
But it is worth trading an inhib to try and get primal, but they didn't set it up properly. I would have easily traded give him Shaper. We gotta play for primal. You have to play for the objectives at this point, especially. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, this is the problem because okay, they're doing a trade. Wow, I'm surprised that Inhib isn't dying. That's actually insane. They had 2 waves come down and it didn't even get half.
Primal Fangtooth still dropped by import. And this team fighting buff at the Ore Prime fight. Maybe this was the 5v5 fights because if Nightshade win, look at the
he's getting caught out. That's okay for the gadget.
Going secret, thrown into the backline by the Ore Prime as Bondred doing the same.
Okay, who got that? Blue did. They lost it. That's it, GG's.
Steals the Ore Prime for himself. Thank you for the leash. We will take it from here. 3 members are gonna drop, and there might be nothing left.
They hesitated in a way.
This core.
I think on the left side
they did hesitate,
pushing his way from taking the Shaper beforehand. So yeah, this is gonna be it. Nightshade taking this in mid lane.
We of course have the POV to see it, everybody.
Could be, I suppose, right? After
they put like a ward down next to Shaper, they could have been able to see, and then I probably would have went Prime instead. Let them take Fangtooth, even if they come and they decide on a fight. The odds were against them. It didn't matter. They had to take some risk.
That result probably got held up in traffic, perhaps, but still arrives at that destination. A Nightshade victory here in game number 1 is a best of 3. I just said though that Tang, looking at how Ven's looking at it in this one, honestly, whatever helps him sleep at night, to be honest. But yeah, game 2 is coming up their way. But man, bit of a wobble though from Nightshade. I gotta say that team fight loss, maybe a glimmer of hope for the many men's, but they might need a bit more than that. Yeah, showing how Nightshade have played so far.
I mean, honestly, like you go back to the draft and you change everything, and you hope some change is gonna fix something. I think one big point, I think this Grim is just so strong at the moment in the meta. I don't think like the Revenant is weak himself, but I think the Grim, the amount of sort of strength you gain on lane is just so disgusting. And Neft, of
Grim
course,
does so much damage.
Didn't get much of a chance
you just need peel though. It's really hard to do that in solo queue.
But yeah, this Neft guy is also pretty good at ADC, so probably want to remove him from like the best ADC in the game at the moment.
He's pretty good at clicking his mouse for sure here. Anyway, that's gonna do it from us on the cast desk. Gonna throw it back to the hostess, to F. Spooky and Hasty Philippi to get their thoughts on a post-game breakdown.
The post-game breakdown.
Thank you very much. Great cast, TJ and Tang. We're back here on the desk to break things down a little bit just before a break and jumping into game number 2. One of the things the caster said, I think a lot of fans at home said, and I don't think the team said, was that one felt like a little bit of a warm-up for maybe one of our squads here.
What's their like?
All respect to do. Let's start talking about the team on the other side. Philly, Venny Vens, we were talking a lot about M and the success in that short lane. And when it came down to the off lane,
I think Philly was at the LAN. He was the one interviewing.
Yeah, it was rough. We were watching him all game, not as comfortable on the crunch as he is on the Fang Mao or the Grux. But I think as they go into game 2, they'll have first pick, so maybe they'll be able to squeak one of those characters in. It depends. Still going to be really rough for him. That's the character they have to facilitate, or the player they have to facilitate, and they just didn't get it done. The other side is Ven.
So Spooky Mar is the analyst? I thought it was a ship caller.
Very versatile character, but not the one that shines the most when I think of Ven. So I need him on a character that he is really strong at, or can really make an impact in the game. The Kwong just wasn't it for me. So really tough on that side.
And what kind of... Don't be coy. What do you want to see him play? What character? Give me specifics.
Dude, he's so good at the assassins, right? I would have liked him to play the Crunch instead, or the Wukong. I know that was banned. The Fang Mao. Like there's so many other characters that he excels at. The Zarus even. So I think you gotta get him on one of those. I think.
Mars,
I guess Crunch could technically be an assassin right now.
You were talking about Zarus in that offlane versus, perhaps maybe somewhere else on the map. you never lose a game because of one thing. But
I mean, everyone's going Asherbringer, Sky Splitter, and offlane right now. It's stupid.
Was a problem.
Oh, for sure. And I'm going to stand by what I said. I do prefer seeing Zars in the jungle rather than the offlane. However, when you're able to just be one of the best offlaners on any character, you can kind of get away with quite a lot. And I'm going to be completely honest. I think that M maybe just misplayed that early game a little bit, right? You saw him at level 5 stepping up against Bonjude, who had already hit level 6, and it wasn't the right call. He had already taken a spill, pushes the wave up, says, all right, now I'll go for Cyan buff. Haha, no. Actually, I'm level 6, so I'm going to ult you. And I feel there just wasn't enough respect paid from M towards his.
I admit I didn't see early game
against Zara.
But I mean, looking at it, their dual lane played like crap.
You said it yourself.
Their mid lane couldn't do anything because mid lane's a garbage lane. Their jungler, I didn't see really do anything. And their off laner, if he lost level 6 early, then he can easily get run down.
Things spiraled.
If you're not playing like Shinbi,
you know, when I look
like
at
a split
map
pusher,
of a MOBA, all of the characters are connected in this like Rube Goldberg type,
it's
like
tough
marionette,
to stay in the
like
game right now.
If your offlane is losing a little bit, that's going to bring your jungler down because there's less that you can do as a unit on that side. Because
you're a gadget. Gadget counts on the team being doing well.
Connected.
You can't do anything with the gadget.
The first
if your team is AFK basically.
Early game was that short side, or excuse me, was that offlane side. Looking at the Zaras walking in, there was specifically that moment at the the level 5 versus level 6. We all saw it, and that was like combat Carl. Like, all right, what was step number 2, Philly? Like, where did it like?
Yeah, I think the good foundation here for VVMNN is Mayor in the mid lane. And this is what we talk about a lot with the 1.8 patches. The mid lane has to be strong to facilitate. So I think Ven and Mayor have to play together and get some of those early objectives. M, just play safe. Put him on the steal, so that way he can just not do anything and just play safe, and so he doesn't feel like he can be aggressive. Allow your other 2 players to, speaking, we'll talk about that. Allow the other 2 players to then facilitate, because Mayor was winning his lane. He was putting the pressure on Shin, which is hard to do, and then maybe you can roll something off of that. So maybe adjust and allow those 2 players to be leveraged.
I don't ever want to see M on a steal. Like, I want that guy active. I want that guy fighting. Maybe just, wait for your power spike first.
M is pretty good.
That's what we're looking for.
I was surprised when I saw him play Fang Mao.
Needs to bring it through the whole.
I never seen it
too. At the end of the day, Nightshade is standing up tall. Great performance by them, but it's not over. It's just game 1. Game 2 around the bend. We'll be right back. You're watching the PCC.
But I mean, I truly think that you can't. I don't know. I think that the Nightshade's team is just absolutely stacked. Has anyone got Borderlands 4, by the way? It's pretty fun. The performance is freaking horrid, though. I'm playing on my side PC, and the performance has absolutely been dog. Oh, I have the wrong audio setup. It should be on YouTube. Twitch chat's more active though. I'm interested in analyzing the picks, to be honest with you. That was a fun time. I think the skill gap's just going to be really big. We'll see, though. Let me take a look, actually, at Omega City. I'm going to take a look at Neft's scrims. Does he still... Alright, he played on this one. Does he scrim on his Smurf or this one?
Welcome back to the PCC. It's the fall season, baby.
Alright.
We are all ready.
So I realized I just spoiled myself.
The games are better.
I think.
Spunky and HD here along for the ride.
I think I spoiled myself.
And one already
no, I
in
didn't.
the bucket.
I
By
didn't.
that I mean
they're actively playing. We're good. We didn't spoil ourselves.
Nightshade, not the amount of kills that Ven's got in 20 minutes. So let's try and frame the conversation in a positive light towards Vegas because at the end of the day, their game one wasn't great. Big issues were the off lane M got a little banned out and had some trouble, and Neft on Grim was insane. My analysts also mentioned Mayor in the mid doing big stuff. So we'll adjust.
What team
still
is
the ban
Moroso?
out here for many men's just like they were in game number one. I'm expecting to see some off-lane bans here, Mars. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, nail on the head there. You wanted to phrase this in a positive light. Venivens didn't have an empty bucket, right? They had drops. They had some potential.
I'd be very surprised. I'd be very, according to his past scrims, I'd be very surprised if they even lose one game.
Right, we know what didn't work.
What up, Blue? No ad blocker is crazy. Hey, man, as a streamer, I gotta support those, right? I gotta support streamers, Blue.
Let's have a backup plan. And that had to be a conversation they were having during game one as well. Say, okay, is this crunch working? Do you think it can work for game two? Was this a misplay? Do we run it back? I'm sure they have some plans.
I don't think ad blockers work on Twitch, actually.
But
I think I do have uBlock Origin.
I'm also of the opinion that you can't let one bad game completely throw off your game plan. Sometimes it's just one mistake, and you can recover from that.
I'm super
Alexa, fan
here
speed
for that
3.
ride. I like to see teams run back what they just got beat on sometimes because, like you said, maybe when we looked at that off lane, we were harping on this one singular play where we saw the Xerath kind of have the upper hand.
The Uri ban, Wukong ban, Grux ban, and Fang Mao ban.
The ultimate advantage.
I'm surprised to see Grux being like.
Maybe that was the whole thing, and if we just do that again.
I'm surprised seeing Grux be such a big ban in higher level-ish play.
Overthink and outthink yourself into a loss.
Okay, they're taking the Rampage away.
Same bans across the board, the Feng Mao and the Grux, and then across the way the Yoda and the Monkey. Rampage first picked. This time, so the exact same draft, but we've swapped.
Rampage is a monster. That rock, being a far-range rock, I mean, it sets up so many plays. The further it is, the longer the stun.
Where does the Predator go?
So, yeah, is it support? Is it offlane? Is it jungle? I think it's gonna be jungle here. I think Ven, he's pretty strong on this character. This is kind of that playmaker that he wants to be. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's there. We'll see how the rest of the draft goes. On the flip side, though, we're flipping the script and we're seeing the Grim first pick. Neff has played this. I think it's like 3 out of 4 games so far in the tournament. So it's just like, this is the guy he is going to be ride or dying with. The Kwang, however, could go anywhere. Could go jungle, could go support, could go off lane. I think that's a good opener, good flexible pick for them. And events, they're picking up a few more.
Skylar picked up here, an interesting one. We haven't seen that earlier. We didn't see that earlier in game number 1. I am going directly to the Grim conversation because Neff was too good on it, Mars. Just flat up and straight up and down. 3 out of 4 games. We've seen him on the robot.
Alright, Skylar, they're taking Skylar. I mean, Grim's strong, Kwong is strong. Decker is good. She outputs a ton of damage, has a CC.
I don't think so, because
Muriel's available.
For yourself instead of the Rampage?
I'm curious if Phase have been played a lot.
Rampage is way too valuable. And looking back at that game, I don't think it was a draft issue. I think there was just plays on the map that didn't
Dude,
work
Skylar
out,
does so much damage
and it
though.
just cast
It's
doubt.
absolutely insane how
Death
much
started to
damage her
happen,
laser
and
does.
Vens felt unprepared for
And
it.
giving her
I
that
don't think there was a single character
peel
you could point to
element
in
as
that
well.
draft that was the problem that you have to take out. Everything got
The issue with many
so
events is they have to make
there's
sure
no
that Rampage doesn't get too
way around
greedy
that.
and
It's
gets
something you can play
isolated.
well into.
Isolates
But
himself.
Skylar, I think, does very well
That's
into
like the
it.
biggest thing I
Sure,
see with
Vans
Rampage.
felt you'll
People will get too greedy, overextend, and
The
then
thing is,
not
you
be
throw
there
a
with the
plasma
team.
bomb out and force
And right
it
now
to
you
spell
got
shield.
basically like
Spell
you
shield
got
your
Kwong,
atomizer,
who's a
your
phenomenal
hypercharge,
job
still tries
at
to laser down the target.
at going into
I
these
love
fights
this
and
plan here.
having a ton of
And
survivability
honestly,
against
he's
ADCs.
an immobile character. You can put him in the containment fence, lock him down.
Kwong can technically knock down the Skylar though, so we'll see what happens off of that.
Vens looks like they agree, and there's some good setup to bring down this dual lane.
Kwong is just nutty
And
right
I
now,
have
dude.
to also talk a little bit more about this Skylar pick because it's Septic who is the substitute for Sagu. If Sagu's here, I think they have a really good chance. Septic's a great player, but Sagu is just another tier above, right?
I can't hear Septic's name and like
so you have to think about what is the hero pool of
think good of him, dude. I need him to change his name. I just dislike the word septic. Right? Does septic mean anything? Like what does septic mean besides, you know, a septic tank?
Escapability.
I don't mean it in like a negative way, but you know what I mean? Like septic definition.
Second round of bans.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Muriel, no Gideon,
Word septic has
no
multiple
Gideon.
meanings. State of infection.
And we've got Gadget
Or a
and
wound.
Howie kind of locked in here as well.
Okay,
for our
it's still
last
kind of
selection
nasty though.
on the other
Harmful
side, but
bacteria.
yeah, you've sort of lined up this idea that we're going to see the Rampage in the jungle. I think that's
It's just a weird word. I don't know. You could choose any word to name yourself.
From everybody, fans
And you choose septic.
alike, just a little too passive for my liking.
I ain't trying to force anything on anyone. All right. Let me make that clear.
You've got that
I find it a weird name.
philosopher look on your face. Talk to me about
I mean, my name's Obey the Papaya, so who am I to
They're
speak?
running the reverse matchup. M said, "All right, you know what? Fine, you beat me with the Zars on the crunch. Let me go ahead and
All right.
run it
So there's
back.
the phase. I'm excited.
Character
I'm
thing.
very excited to
I don't
see
know
phase on.
if I like it a lot, but I do like
Yeah,
the
what up,
lane
Nami?
on
What's up with the
it.
Muriel band? Surely she's not worth. No, Muriel is very strong.
Fantastic.
She's ridiculously strong.
Phase kind of throws a bit of a
Muriel is some of the
phase,
best.
'cause now you have to make sure they're
She has a
together
supporting role
with this Grim or
that
whatever
allows her
you're
to basically do a split
trying
push
to
and instantly come into a fight.
But I
Hold
love
up, Alex.
the
I beg your
idea, especially with the gadget paired on top. There's
It's not my papaya, Alex. It's a papaya tree in my
I
backyard.
love this phase.
All right, I have a papaya tree in my backyard, and that's what we obey.
Oh yeah, I love the face. That's what we were talking about in the draft one.
Let me say Muriel, my
Phase
third
out.
Affinity
They have
10. I
Decker
just
because
never
she
see
was
her banned like
available.
ever. She's
No
really
doubt
strong,
Muriel's
Nanumi.
banned.
Very, very
Phase
strong.
natural pick.
I
You
would
can yoink him
not
out of the
sleep
containment fence,
on
yoink
a
him
Muriel
out
by
of
any
the
means.
Coliseum, yoink him out of the
It's
Tesla.
kind of why, like I said, I saw the
Screen
Decker
save,
ban,
it's for
right? I
protect
mean,
one.
the
It's
Decker
always
pick.
the strategy.
I don't think they
And
played the
that's all
Decker well at
he
all
is.
from what
Your
I saw.
stand lifter,
Um,
Herculean is
and
this
Muriel's
guy.
broken.
So they're putting it all on him, but can't be understated import.
I don't know how I feel about
Facilitator, the Pirlo,
Vinny Vent's
the
team.
Tom Brady, whatever you want to say, the guy who just gets everybody the ball to score. That is this man, and he's going to be setting up kill after kill.
I don't know how I feel about it.
And the phase was, as soon as I saw it, it was like when you have.
It
that
depends what happens.
7 stacks of Tetris and the one perfect piece comes down.
I don't know.
That's what
I don't know how I feel about
we're
it.
Talking, I think, 4/6 of this conversation. No, I will not reduce my fractions.
I'm very excited to see
The Grim,
how the phase is going to
it's
play.
fine. He's
I think
immobile. Just jump
if none of you guys have watched a phase, a good phase play,
to provide that eject.
I hope they stay on duo lane a lot because I think duo is going to be very fun to watch. Off lane is going to be fine-ish. It could be fun to watch. Mid lane, it's going to be boring. It's going to be a farm lane. Duo lane should have a ton of action. So I'm really hoping we get a lot of views in the duo.
TJ and Tang, let us know.
Thank you so much, Desk. Welcome everyone down to the Sanctuary map for game number 2 here in winners round 4 between Nightshade EU versus Veni Ven and the many men. TJ here. I got Tang alongside me as always, and Tang.
I hate that name too. Veni Ven, many men. It's just so much to say. At least Nightshade is just Nightshade. Nice and easy.
They look so good.
Yeah, I think this Veni Ven's roster.
I wonder why people don't pick Faye anymore. She's so good. The issue, Faye is still really good.
Demonic, so I think
she doesn't necessarily have a solid escape. She's really squishy. Her heal stuff actually helps her out a lot. But she is really squishy. So like Faye counters Howitzer until level 6 in my opinion. Because the advantage of how he has is his poke range and his ultimate just would destroy a Faye after 6. It's strong. It's a better solo queue pick though. But she is really good. And I advocate her in solo queue all the time. A lot of my content is truly not clickbait. I am not a clickbait person, you know? I put things that I'd say are like a little bit over the top, right? Some things, but when I'm like, this person's broken and all this, I truly mean like this person's broken, you know?
Your favorite team as well.
Like what did I run with yesterday? I think yesterday I said number 1 Faye. But I'm like, all right, if there's 5 people better than me with Faye, right? If there's 5 people better than me at Faye, it's not a big deal if I put number 1 Faye, dude. All right.
Do not play games like that game number 1. Surely not. Surely that couldn't have happened here. But of course, no.
Oh no, I'm only top 5 instead of 1.
You had us all in the first half.
But Faye's really strong.
Very unlikely for them to win after seeing how the first game went.
All right.
We are not in the business of making.
I don't think Crunch really activates Tilt 3. That way he has his full kit.
I think one thing that Many Men's can sort of miss on is
this is top level gameplay, guys. This is top level gameplay. Oh my god.
Forces the offlaner almost to go into AD, especially when
early gank is wild. Oh, it was a freaking Decker. That's good.
Already an important cooldown. Back to the point though, having
Faye's Decker is a skill which ain't easy for FaZe, and Decker can stun her at a root if she lands a stun. Help you? Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, I'm glad they helped. That's the goal. What up, Aho? Stare? Who you staring at? Alright. The thing is, I do think the Decker can beat up the FaZe a good amount, especially on an engaged. It's a timing thing. Hence why I'm excited to see what is Penguin gonna do. But granted, it doesn't matter. FaZe scales so well into late game, and being able to basically peel for Neft. You're not peeling a regular ADC, you're peeling Neft. Understand that. You're peeling Neft, and he has good positioning. So on top of that, right? That's who you're peeling. So no matter what, if he's able to get farm and scale up, once again, that's Neft. That ain't the duo that, you know, fed your game and you got matched with him 3 times because the devs hate you, you know? The FaZe ult is insane. Exactly. And the FaZe ult's gonna boost all that good stuff.
Keeping himself safe. 3 minutes in, no first blood, no solo bolo on that right-hand side.
This is high-level gameplay right here. This is the problem that I want to see probably Pred address. And you'll probably see me enter Bronze Elo, which is setting duels up in lanes, because it's just a big farm fest. It's so easy to kill a farm in this game, you know. And it's something I noticed in League is you don't kill waves that quick. Ooh. Oh my god, he's getting caught out. What a great timing. Oh my god. What perfect timing. What's Skylar's... Oh, we got him. What's Skylar's farm? I need to see the farm. I'm curious to know if this trade is helping Septic at all. Once again, if you're giving free farm to once again to Neft, right, to a Grim. Oh, what's going on here?
fighting against Import is gonna use the leap to get.
They didn't get that one.
No way to get close.
No seedlings at all.
Escape, but I didn't quite see who got the seedling in that fight.
Yeah, I mean the seedling is also on.
And League melees also don't get as much insane. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I agree with that, Alex.
Just make out mid lanes over here. Penguin also on the way, but Fangtooth spawns at the 5-minute mark. Kills to 0 again. It's a solid start for the many men. Definitely seen they've turned up.
The thing is though, for those situations, you gotta wait till level 6.
He's almost there's the juggler we were expecting.
All right, so seedlings are taken. It's hard to see with just the quality. I'm sure you guys getting basically a stream of the stream too make it harder to see.
In that fight for many men, but good rotation coming in from Penguin.
All right, let's see what we're gonna get for Fangtooth. So we got both junglers are on the same side right now.
Blinkless Howitzer in the mid lane, and he ended up not getting anything for his troubles, had to blow his own blink. So now it's going to be this gadget without any tools to escape as well. Shin is going to have his blink up a bit earlier again.
That was something that we were discussing in the preparation for this series when we knew what we were going to cast as well, is talking about secrets, you know, very hit and miss support for the many men. Some games, this guy looks absolutely unplayable. On top, pure hard carrying.
I want to see more on duo.
The summer games.
Why are you even looking at mid lane, dude? That terrible lane.
Many men. But also some games he's absent. May as well not be there. Already in this game number 2, seeing a different shade to him as well. On the
so we got import on 5. Let's see if we're gonna catch anything here. The good thing about the phase is if he gets a root set up, right, it's kind of hard. Scholar can jump, Decker can jump, but basically sets up for Kwang gank easy gank for Kwang.
That was when the Rampage was really good in the support role as well. Loves his melee picks, now proving his worth on the Decker as well. Looking towards mid lane. Sarasa making the rotation in. This Fangtooth is going to be fought for. We're going to have a lot of ultimates ready for this.
Level 6 is available for everyone apart from the supports. 4 members make that 5 of the many men are over here to make sure the Fangtooth
freest Fangtooth of his entire life.
There is a handshake being taken place though as the mini
surprised to see Grim. Grim is ridiculously strong, Alex. The only problem with Grim is he doesn't have self-peel, which is what makes him a little bit of a problem when it comes to solo queue. But when you have an actual team comp, when you have comms and all this, oh, he's one of the best ADCs in the game, even last patch. I think I played 1 or 2 games and I showed it on, it was a Nitro game. It doesn't, but I was literally murdering people with his damage.
As much success finding these picks as in
the nerf on magic armor and just his base damage and his true damage off of his passive, wild.
I think both teams are not going to be too worried about that.
And I think Import also had to hunt it as well. Got a feel that he probably wanted that to go towards Bondry on that right-hand side, but had to take it away just in case there was a potential there.
Oh, no.
And maybe it's a good thing he didn't, actually, because Bondry finds 3 members in his lane, going to be taken down, but at least the mini prime was still on Import, though.
Layering the CC, and it's just a nightmare to play into. Didn't have the
there's like no vision on the map.
Just gonna get barricade stunned into Rampage rocked into Decker stunned as well, and loses a plating for his troubles as well as M. Now on this, Saris is having the time of his life, especially comparing to game 1.
I mean, he took one look at the fun that Bondrid must have been having in game 1. Says, "Hey, I'd like a little bit more of that. Can we swap? We swap the heroes, please? It's my turn on the Xbox, Mom. It's my turn to play the Zaras here." But it's a complete reversal, you know. Maybe it was the heroes.
Did wards? I'm honestly kind of a fan of limiting wards.
Already than that first game as well. He got more. He's got half of the.
It makes you really have to focus in and try to guesstimate where things are gonna be and everything. I was like, we should have more wards, but honestly, it just. It adds that little bit of, you know, strat. Better for junglers too, yeah.
The mini prime anyways, and just ended up getting this crunch down with his hype as well. So that is really good. And also Septic is allowed to farm in the meanwhile. We did catch his CS number just before. There was around 84. Obviously, like, not perfect, but having a roaming support like that means you're gonna drop some CS.
Is it gonna import?
Honestly, just keeping sort of in arm's reach with Neft is already good enough for this Kyla in this game.
Just make purchasable awards. I'm not against trying it. I'd be interested in seeing how it works. Oh, the Decker. I forgot Decker wall blocks it. Oh! Oh! Ooh! Yeah, look at this damage. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Secret does not block it for his ADC as both of them are going to go low, but the junglers also clashing inside of the
holy.
Secret knows
that was wild, actually. That was that surprised me.
But jokes aside, Skylar had to back anyways, so honestly, letting her get to lower doesn't really change.
Skylar ult does so much damage too, man. I'm surprised at how much damage that thing does.
Might be an angle for him to actually engage once more.
Looking for that potential though, but it's not going to find it. Everyone just simply going to back away. At least 10-minute mark, 3 kills to 0 is the current state of the game. Left lane towers and mid lane towers not really taking much of a hit. The right lane barely taking any damage at all. It's only
why is the video quality so but it's something I've been a bit curious about. The Scholar Beam still melt tower. It does a pretty good job build train. It still can cook. It's still a very strong ability for towers. In terms of minion and ads, I'd like to see. Oh, he's getting caught out.
Gonna try and help out Bondrude. Coliseum will be thrown down. I think he was trying to predict
the TP.
That, actually, M holds the blink. Blast flower outplaying.
Oh,
Skins on the way over.
Wait.
No way.
Oh, he's gone.
Out of this one. Okay.
Are they not streaming on Twitch? Twitch and YouTube. I'm trying to find the one with best quality.
That was one of the.
But I think I want to say YouTube is better quality.
Ended up not working out for him. Still, Kwang blinked for it. How it's used that ultimate as well. So in the end, it's not necessarily the worst.
So the reason why I have it on here is if I do stats for nerds, it's at 20,000 bitrate.
In the midwave. Now it's gonna be about this.
So I'm making an assumption here, but it only has ABC1, not NV9. I think is the good one.
Teams wanting to contest it. We see everybody pathing that way. One actually thinks otherwise. It's gonna path right lane instead.
I'm just making sure it's got to be going for the decision. Surely, no.
I'm surprised why Predecessor Games doesn't have the better encoding. That kind of blows my mind. They have like Twitch drops and all this stuff, but like your Twitch channel doesn't even have higher level encoding.
Around the second Fang 2, the member starts to arrive. Penguin on the left your screen. Septic gonna top over the wall and starts up this Fang 2. Bondrude Shin to the right. Import's already stolen one objective this game. No, Stun's gonna land, and the Tesla Dome forces the blink out of Bondrude. Fangtooth still available right now, so he goes for the Rift Walker's play, but the many men will secure the Fangtooth for themselves. Now, what about the fight?
I'll speak in the chat about it.
There's a lot of AoE damage coming out from the Nightshade EU squad, and just like that, they
damn it, I wasn't paying attention to this. Holy.
One Fangtooth.
And they, okay, they got it.
100% worth it out of Nightshade EU. They're getting 4 of these picks, making.
Wait, who's 100% worth it? Are you saying 100% worth it for Nightshade or 100% worth it for Veniven? I don't know. Was there any shutdowns? What are the kills? Can we see scoreboard, please?
But yeah, Benimans, they just take so long to actually start this up. They didn't have any vision on the crunch. They didn't know.
We need better spectator layout. Granted, I mean I think that's the lowest on the bar of things they should focus on. I just can't see it being that hard to do. So. Pretty sure there's a Discord capture from Observer. I don't think so, Aho. I'm pretty positive what they do. So you know when you load into a game, when you load into Champ Select, on the bottom right, you're given a code. You take that code and you put it in the spectator. After about 3 minutes, you're able to watch a game live. 3 or 5 minutes. That's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's what they do.
Not able to claim any objectives though. That's mini prize.
Hence why you see like that 5-minute delay before the game starts and all that.
We do get a little look at the screen. It's a 2K goal there, maybe even 1K, 1.5K as it fluctuates a little bit there. But it's Nightshade firmly in the gold lead for now.
Nightshade in the gold lead, and pretty much this entire gold lead is.
But it's you know, becoming a new streamer and all that stuff. It's hard, guys. As in, you are against already built. You know, you're against the partner who has the better encoding. So, I mean, the stream that's broadcasted is from the observers streaming it.
Prime being secured for NightShade instead. Crunch though on the right hand side might be getting
That might be true, Aho, yeah. I think that is true. That might be it. Yeah, I think so. When I was doing it, that's what we did, yeah.
Still pushing, applying that pressure over towards the left-hand side. Mid lane tier 1 tower, about a third HP. Still going to be staying alive. Can't say the same about the tier 1 though. Is now moving forward as well. Secret has got to be careful. He wants to roam. He wants to be free. But unfortunately, dealing with this duo lane, though, as Secret goes for the Rift play and the Iron Strike, sacrificing his life. But that means the many men need to win this one. A Septic point blank atomizer takes.
Did he get caught? Okay, so that Grim died.
And back into the skies. They will be hit by the tether, but that hyperphase beam is able to do so.
Oh my god, dude. Please nerf this character, dude. This character is so stupid. Oh.
And he is gonna fall. It's Septic with a triple kill of his own.
This character is so broken.
The entire lead is basically on the ADC, while that has been made completely around.
No, she's absolutely broken, busted, and it kind of bothers me that they haven't done anything to her. It's absolutely stupid. Oh, it bothers me so much. She's does so much damage, literally for no reason.
It's in Manyman's favor.
It is a completely different dynamic. I don't know what happened in game 1, but I can only theorize.
I don't know why her laser does so much, dude. I was playing a gadget, and it literally was like level. It was an early fight, and I got literally not even a second. I was dead, like full HP. It was right here. She was chasing me from like that tower opening, the first tower, and she blinks, puts her RMB on, flies, and I'm literally like dead in like half a second. I was full HP gadget, Tainted Scepter, so I have a little bit of HP. And I was good. I was doing fine. I was regular level. She wasn't even fed.
His Manyman to win. We were expecting it to be a lot closer than this first game was. Now Manyman, they're in a good position. Nightshade though, with this Fang 2 fight on this left-hand side, they can still turn everything around. Looking at cooldowns, pretty much everything available for our
It's still a pretty even fight. I do think that with Skylar being so strong and she is ahead right now, she has an advantage. So I do think Ven has the advantage right here, and they're doing well. So like their entire team scales really hard, and it counters Nightshade's engage pretty well. Hey Vesic, I appreciate the follow, homie. Hope you're having a phenomenal day.
On the right hand side, a bit of trading though. Import gets a fair chunk on towards Secret. The blink has been expanded over M.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my god, Import, that's it. Alright, Ven might have this game in the bag. That was really caught off.
Oh, they want to go for the fight though as well. Bondroot in the front line. Venom forcing the blink.
Oh,
good ultimate.
That phase is not cooking this hard.
Will throw back Neff as a final act that this support will do in this.
Yeah, this is game over. GG's.
To the spawn room.
This is.
With his AD carry, 4 members are
they're not even at objective, bro, and they're cleaning them up.
To buy a bit of time. Seek and destroy though, it will exactly do what it says on the tin. Seek.
Who was it that went what? What?
5 members will fall. It was technically an ace, and the Fangtooth, the free Fangtooth Monty goes to the many men.
Shen also utilized his ult.
Yeah, so Nightshade, according like just looking at it, Nightshade would have only done good if they had a pretty easy early lane climb. They know that Crunch is like really strong damage wise, but CC kills him. They see it come back in the second game. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, if they lost the way that they lost previously, holy.
And he's not able to escape. Third mini prime is gonna be an easy pick.
They're probably gonna look. I mean, M played a phenomenal. He played a really good Zarus.
Even if he was here for that one,
catching that Kwong and being able to see that and really like emphasize, you know, and the chase on that was huge. And they had really good ganks on Crunch as well.
I mean, the purple hue might have given it away. But Septic 6-1-3 got an Imperator online. 3 items deep.
I'm very surprised that with the amount of rotations we saw. And Septic is still cooking. Yeah, now the RMB is gonna do so much damage. It's just late game, doesn't matter at this point. Oh, that was taken. That'd be comedy.
Try and get this off Septic though. Penguin blinks over the wall.
Oh, this is greedy. Ooh, holy! I was like, you're really gonna do that? It's wild. Oh, he's alive. Oh, Bondra getting bodied.
We know how that one's gonna go. Another solo kill to the Zarus for the many men.
That's just so tragic as well, because Bond is the only one that can actually deal
I had the game at less kills, but nicer team coordination, much better to watch. Usually you see that more so in EU, so it is surprising. What up, Benz? Doing late, what are the bans for this game? Muriel was banned, Uri was banned, Fang Mao was banned.
That is gonna be
Are you? Oh, you're on YouTube. You could go back in time, Benz. On YouTube, you can go back in time.
Frags off the back end of these team fights. This Kyler that has been pretty much fasting this early game is feasting now, as she was able to collect these kills.
Are they getting caught here? What the fuck? Huh?
Providing to her, then finds the ball on towards Shin.
He has a flower though. Bro, the toxicity, bro. He just, I heard that. He threw it. The toxicity. Ben's getting in their brains.
So we'll be able to get that HP back, but still being poked out. River buff secured. To back away, looking to regroup.
Now, Ven's low and a prime up. Oh! Oh, that was close. That was close. Oh, if he had any type of, you know, more CC, did he run Vanquisher on Grim? Oh shoot, what's going on here? Who just got ulted? Zoom out faster. Guang, dude, Import is getting caught out by M is wild.
Jungler, as now the many men will say thank you for the leash. They are the ones who are going to take the Shaper, and they are the ones who are going to move straight onto the Orb Prime.
Oh, the left side is not set. Does that mean many men need to exit? No, of course not, because now the seedlings are pushing down as this.
Muriel is really strong, Benz. So there's two. Muriel is really strong, and once you get, so it's a third. The third ban is on the last two, so you have to kind of guess which is available, right? So when you have, if they guesstimate that they already picked mid, off lane, and carry, right? Then they're gonna assume that a support's gonna be next, so we're gonna ban a support. You see what I'm saying? But Muriel is strong. That's why the benefit of a third ban. A third ban is used to try to counter the enemy team.
This is what Venivens were known for here. I think Tang, what they're doing to me is they're actually punishing mistakes. They're actually finding opportunities and playing around windows. I mean, M blinking onto Import when he expended that blink earlier, near enough won them that objective. Maybe they're looking to repeat it again. This is great play from the many men.
And with a 25k gold lead, together with this third Fang Tooth also secured by themselves, Venom wants to go for this Quang.
Oh, wouldn't a third ban also work in just ranked? Oh, it would work. 100% would work. It would be better in ranked, to be honest with you. Granted, I think bans are phenomenal because bans stop. Sorry, but the terrible balance of meta's been doing, but it also prevents the metas from being too aggressive. And I promoted it as a Uri main, right? I've been like, we should get third bans, and Uri would be banned every single game. It would work, but you know, and I think it should, especially just how the meta is. Oh, dude, Ven is just sitting there. The Purple Ward is comedy.
Around the shadow curtain, but the many men decide to finally fall back to the objective.
I don't think they want to start it up yet. Could be proven wrong. Venom now in the pit. Might be actually.
Oh, what the hell?
Import goes for the fight.
That was hella greedy. It was good, but no follow.
from the mid lane.
Oh, Bonder's gonna get melted. What
He's got no blink, and Bondred is just punished for the over-aggression. Testone throws out, does a lot of damage, and just like that, Nightshade, he used scatter.
No, I mean overall, I'm surprised to see Crunch in comp play. I don't see it working.
Find the boulder toss though, and the skill shots are gonna go wide. Penguin, Import, and Neff still able to pump out a fair amount of damage. Then jumping forward, seeing an opportunity, finds Import. Now that
End of the game, Imports died every single time early. Skylar just does an insane amount of damage though. It's nutty.
That's a perfect point. Enhanced recoils grant them the time that they need to make it back into this pit as fast as they can. All 5 members still available. I think after this first pick onto Bond, they could have probably just immediately turned towards this Fang Tooth instead. A bit of an overchase happened, being a 1-for-1 in the end. So I think that is fine. Or actually, it was a 1-for-0, I suppose, with Import falling there in the mid lane. Good blink forward, having the rock in his hands, just immediately connecting onto Quang, not giving Import a second to respond. Primal Fangtooth taken. Yeah, and this game looked completely different.
What up, Jabbo? The Quang, what should you build against Countess in an offlane matchup and struggling against her? I am not a Quang player, nor really an offlane, so that's probably my hardest thing to like say. As a Countess player, definitely looking at getting like Tainted Scepter first. At least getting Tainted Scepter is very important.
They're going to be starting up that objective on the left-hand side. A bit of a look there to confirm it. 9k is the gold lead for the side.
Yeah, you need the anti-heal for her. You have fast clear. Try to look at, you know, matching lane, or at least beating the clear and looking to fight her. Early game, she doesn't have necessarily the best wave clear, but decent wave clear, especially if she goes Orb of Growth first. She's going to take time to scale. Remember, the advantage you have against a Countess is a Countess doesn't have physical, right? Which means that her basic attacks aren't going to be good. Her only things that are going to be good is her abilities. So if you're able to dodge her abilities, right? At least one of them, she's not going to do that much with physical damage. You're going to do more. Especially Quang, you have a shield. So you get to shield some of the damage and do true damage. You see what I'm saying?
Let's see how they do it this time.
Like, I would say you beat Countess until 6, and then Countess can fight you pretty well. Yeah, Quang, yeah, I agree with that, Alex. Yeah, I feel you, Bolo. No, I mean, it's fine, 100%. I would say what's gonna happen, and you know, if you ask me and I don't know, right? I still get to share information that I know about. You know, I'm just using it as a disclaimer in a way, like I ain't the chef. Hey, Nola, appreciate the follow, homie. Hope you're having a phenomenal day.
As well, but naturally, you just probably explaining why they went for the pick on Import before starting objective. Want to make sure.
I still want to say though, don't sleep on Nightshade yet. This Rampage has been very toxic this game, dude. This guy's been very aggro, very toxic. So if they catch this guy off, it's a flip. Trust me. See, like, this guy is so forward, and the problem is they don't have a very good catch. Your only catch is off of a Quang and a Phase, unless he's close enough for a full combo on the crunch, right? So it's tough. It is a hard one.
I'm taking down to below 10k. Shin Bondred on the right hand side, utilizing the new.
This is the nice advantage of the. Oh, look at that, dude. Zara's just gonna go in and be annoying. Oh, they left. What is this? Hello? Hello? Ben is still alive, bro. Oh my god. Look at that damage. Septic can't hit shit, bro. Septic, hit something. Septic.
Goes the way of Penguin, and just like that, they've lost M as well. Punished for the over-aggression as the Nightshade squad regroup. Safety in numbers, and we have more on the map than you, Benny Ben. They've got 5, you've only got 3.
What was that? Septic playing all of his toes?
Gateway looking to get to safety, but not gonna find it.
That must have been like one of the Best engages. Let's put it that way. That Nightshade could have hoped for.
Bro,
just going far too deep.
What was that?
Didn't get anybody important in that Colosseum. Neft just looking at it from a distance, and then
I was a little surprised that it was a crunch Coliseum, but I didn't see it as a big deal. But then the Rampage jumps off Prime. Septic isn't able to close on any, not even secure a kill, and he wasted so much time and then got caught out and allowed the Grim to come in. Holy.
By the time that Nightshade decides to siege, Fangtooth about to spawn 18 seconds onto
that ramp died so late too. There could be a primal take. That's a giant shutdown. Who got the shutdown? 394 farm.
Gold lead down to only 6k. Add on the stats from the Ore Prime. It might be more like a 3k deficit, but immediately Nightshade you starting up the Primal Fangtooth on its.
Bro, they actually are throwing so hard. Oh my god.
Orb Prime around their shoulders and the Prime.
This is insane.
And that first Fangtooth will give them the extended buff duration that they were missing a few moments ago as we pass that 30-minute mark.
I really dislike that Venom is going to the left side. I feel like at least you can trade it for the Shaper. That one goes down so fast at this stage of the game, 30 minutes in. Instead, it's still up on the map, but I'm expecting Nightshade EU picking this one up, and then you have to defend against double buffed up Nightshade EU members, and then you also have to deal with the Seedling that is going to be so much stronger as well if they're able to make it. Bond pushing on the left side might be the target.
There's nothing to take. It is a little surprising seeing Crunch pushed up so far. What the hell? This is insane. Oh my god, he's caught up with the stun! Bro! Holy. Yo, Crunch is cooking though. Do they not have Tainted? Crunch is cooking. That surprised me. That surprised me. Can I see items, please? Oh, what's going on mid? Can I see items, please, dude? Please, show me items. I need to see items. Skylar coming into late.
The only good thing for Many is that the Seedling is pushing before the wave actually comes in, so that one is going to be cleared up quite easily. Right-hand side might be the next pressure point that our Nightshade EU team is going to be looking for. Instead,
come on, I need to see items.
They recognize a 4 versus 5. It's not a fight we want to take. Technically, still behind in gold. I'm expecting with all of these objectives taken by the point.
There,
it's almost even. We see a 2k gold.
It's so hard. Okay, so there is Tainted. That's crazy. He doesn't have Tainted, but there was a Tainted proc and he was healing so much. It's not wild. That was good. Soulbinder is so weird to me.
5 items, 5.5 items. No one at full build just yet, but we're approaching level 18. Septic at level 17. Also got M at the level 18.
How much stacks do you think he has on Soulbinder? Let's be real here. It provides no good benefit in passives. It's a terrible item. Like, I don't understand why you'd risk the climb. It doesn't provide much.
Fighting back from 10,000 gold behind, probably more. And slowly clawing away back.
Let me see. Let me double check and make sure.
We at this point in the game where it could all come down to one fight, one more rotation of the late game objectives.
Before I talk too much. High magic power, pretty decent max mana, good ability haste. In terms of those, I mean it does look nice. Damage enemies with afar abilities. 5% bonus damage activates. Very bad. Upon triggering solve, will gain 1 magical power. Oh shit. And for getting caught out again? Oh damn. Alright, GG. Bro, damn. I got distracted. Bondru though is going to respond and a leap away, but now the rest of the team are here, and just like that, they don't need an objective. They do not need another rotation. They just need one
stasis ball. Nightshade EU aced in their own base, and the many men will take us to
Alright, GG's.
game banger.
That was crazy because we almost got a complete flip.
I was so sure that Venivets, after that botched engage in that prime pit, that they are gonna falter. Instead, they're still as bloodthirsty as they were previously. They find the fight they were looking for. Neff just overextending a bit, getting chased back, getting saved by Penguin, but in the end, it was Imports being left out to dry. Whew, what an emotional game. And Venivents, they did it 1-1 in this series.
I want to see what the damage numbers were.
Emotional roller coaster we have witnessed Cinema, and again, it's what we said right at the start when the many men started to find their stride. This was the game we were expecting in game number 1, and you know, I really do think that the many men were just playing the series on hard mode. One game apiece, all comes down to that final game in the best of 3. I do not know if I can even call it at this point, Zach.
No, 100% not. I think
that's a pretty good damage output.
Expect going forward. I really don't want
the secret
being picked up for Nightshade again because
secret to support.
So good on his AP champions, especially when
God, I wish they did a better. It's not dumb, but
like the Grux. So like, why not pick something like an Aurora, right? And that is something that he can't actually play if there's a Grim and a Quang in his team.
Oh, it's just so it is not.
So
organized well.
I think there could be like some small adjustments that can make their life so much easier.
A lot of things to think
about. Let me contact my boys right here.
But before that, it's over to F. Spooky and HD Philly B to let us know their thoughts on the post-game breakdown.
Day's not over yet. We get to keep on going. Bonus Predecessor, Game 3. Got to admit, I don't think a lot of people at home expected that after game number 1, Philly, but this jump in, what a big turnaround here for Venivens.
I mean, Venivens is one of the top 3 teams in this tournament, so I figured they would have the medal to clap back, and they did it all.
I'm so not used to how in these tournaments the same teams can coin flip
in our pregame show
in terms of the game. So the advantage was
with some escapability. Skylar was like what 10-0, even more than that at
so
the end of that game. Like, just
well, we saw
incredible work there.
So we saw advantage wise was that I said that we have self peel on the side of Veniven. I don't know the players that well, but they did get bodied last game. So I said, all right, this could be a very interesting one, and depending on how the support plays, you know, that's actually gonna help out. You know. The phase plays really well and plays aggressive, and the phase is actually really good, and they able to peel out the Grim. They'd cook, right? And Decker was able to go and do a lot of rotations, which helped and actually put Septic back, which is the carry. Though the problem was Import was getting caught out every single fight for an objective. Like I literally think every single fight, and I think first Fangtooth, I think there was no contest on that. So, the thing is that the turnaround was when they got this, when Vinny was taking Prime, and Zaris decided to go on to the crunch, and that caused kind of a scuffle there. And then the Rampage left Prime and jumped in and got basically murdered. Still alive though, I believe, for a good amount of time. But then it kind of confused the carry, and the carry had to wrap around and actually get into that fight. The carry, Skylar, then got really aggressive after being fed, after getting so many kills, right? She overstayed and missed every single shot on the ramp. On who was it? Not Rampage. On someone. Maybe it was a Kong. I don't remember who it was. It missed every single shot basically and could not secure that kill. And that led her to overstaying, and she got caught out and died, and then everyone else got caught out and died, and then they took Prime. Then they got Primal Fang off of that. So they had a ton of objectives, which is huge. But then they were doing really well, actually. But I guess at the very end, the Decker hit a stun. I mean, stasis, stun lock. It's really strong, especially in the right area. And they bursted down whoever. I think it was Import, actually. And then FaZe tried to help Import. She got bursted down as well. And then it just kind of led to a domino effect. So that was just, that's what happened in terms of like the flipping was happening when the objectives were taken. They didn't really get anything though from holding the objectives. They got primal. They got prime. I used prime to get primal at the very end, but then didn't get anything. They chased the crunch in a 1v2 situation. It was actually a pretty close fight for the crunch. He died though, but that was kind of it. And crunch really pushed and shoved that wave up, so that wave was technically, they couldn't push it up for a while. So they had 2 lanes, and I just don't know. I don't know what happened there. There wasn't anything really going on after taking those, and then I just got caught out at the end. But you know, I mean, that's the difference in high level play. You're literally close to being the same, but you're winning off the tiniest level of mistakes. The tiniest level of mistakes and the tiniest level of good plays, right? Hitting that stun at the perfect spot. Making that mistake, that rampage jumped over for God knows what reason and dying, you know? Like punishing those small little mistakes, as, you know? How many people do you think would have actually punished that? How many people would have actually went and said, you know what, let's take prime off of that. Oh, let's instead do this. You know, that's the difference between a high level player and lower level players and many players. It's the small little differences like that. And due to the meta, some of those strength, you know, some of those are stronger than others. That was a very wild game. I'm curious to see if we're going to see a Zarus Skylar ban. Skylar, dude, was doing so much damage. So much damage. If you have a Skylar on your team, don't sleep on it. She scales up insanely hard. One sec, guys. Need it. I'll be right back really quick. Go play Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra. Have you guys watched the new Demon Slayer movie, by the way? I watched that yesterday. It was pretty good.
A single game remains here in the winner's round of 4, and we just got to get it done. Nightshade looked real good in game number 1. Both teams looked real good in game number 2, but it was ultimately Venivens that wound up taking it. If you're just joining us, you're now caught up. We're still mad at you for not being here earlier, but welcome. Picks and bans coming at you. We've seen consistently bans looking at the off lane and bans of Wukong and Yuri. Those have been really, really powerful. Game number 3, Spooky Mars. The floor is yours. Talk about what you want to.
Honestly, I would kind of like to see maybe less bans focused on M. I think this last game just proved that he can perform regardless of what he's given. Maybe he needs to wait later on in the draft so he's not getting counterpicked. But he's not the guy that you can just completely ban out and ignore free win the lane against. I do think that it needed to be proven. M needed to prove it. Game 1, we banned you out and you got. So I'm going to do it again in game 2. M came through and proved it though, Mars. So now we're here in game 3. Yeah. We are not going to see anything change though. Apparently it wasn't proof enough for
Nightshade getting rid of Fang Mao.
You got the win on
and
Zars.
Grux.
Your jungle carried you.
Man, let Uri go free.
Now it's once again up to Venivens. Prove him
Let
wrong.
Uri go free. I want to see how EU plays Uri.
Yeah, I mean the Rampage is so strong, dude.
I miss playing Uri a lot.
Good,
It's so hard.
They're
It's so hard to
letting
play
us
on this
know that if they
PCC.
don't, it's going to be first picked on the other side, and they're going to go and utilize it from that point. The thing is now the Wukong is available, and import is a menace on this character. So you leave that open. We'll see. I would imagine it won't be their first pick, maybe their second. So they do go with the Kwang first, which could go into the off lane for Bondrude, or could go for support, or import could play it again. But with the monkey open, you'd think the Wukong is available.
The Kwang, okay, interesting first.
They are picking the Grim.
This character. We've also had complaints about this character. So why Nightshade?
Yeah, the Zara's pick. They played it really well. Why wouldn't you go Zara's again?
Import is
Absolutely cooked.
Kwang is very good. He's very flexible in terms of his role, so he's a hidden pick, right? Because he can go 3 different ways. And Import is a legend on this character. He's very good at it. Just didn't work super well in their composition last time, which is fine. But now you first pick it. Let's build around that. Knowing the Grim is taken off the board now, you don't have to fit that mold where I've got to go and neft on the Grim and then get a phase or Muriel. Like you can mix it up now, because of that picks on the other side.
Ambiguity, always big value boon. Other side, we see Azaris and the Grim.exe. Taking Grim away from Neft, definitely a big W. I think that is a big win. Statement open to interpretation. Number 1 EU ADC on the number 1 ADC character. Don't let that happen. I think it's pretty cut and dry. We see Skylar here selected. Something Tang brought up as sort of a one-sentence statement that I want to come back to was the idea of AP and AD heroes on Nightshade and how they didn't really have a good spread last time around, committing to the AD. Kwang here, more of the same. Is that, I feel like the split of AD and AP damage is always something worth talking about, but isn't always, you can win despite that situation.
I don't know how I feel about a Gideon though.
Touch on this. Mars, you go first.
Well, you've got the magic damage coming out from.
There's a lot of ways to cancel out Gideon. Right now they have the Decker and Silencium. It does eat up Skylar a bit. You just gotta watch out for that Gideon. Where is that Gideon gonna be?
Like you said, the spread you want. I think we've already kind of fixed up that problem. It does depend on where this Kwang goes a little bit, right? Because if you're going to the off lane, maybe you're a little bit more bruisery. Maybe you build a couple more defense items so you can go ahead and engage without getting blown up right away. Whereas if you're in the jungle, you could pretty much commit to full damage because you're going to be coming in from those flanks, locking people down, and blowing somebody up. So there is a little bit of a question. I think you could afford
the Crunch pick.
Because he's still got a mid laner to pick, and most of
those Crunch jungle
going to be in the magic damage compartment. There is Wraith available if you want that extra physical, but I don't think you're going that direction.
Yeah, I agree with Spooky here. I think, especially with Shin probably going on the Howitzer, matchup into Gideon. We talk about that all the time. That's extra magic burst. And also the Skylar, she builds Plasma Blade, which also builds into a little bit of that magic power as well. So she has that mix of damage, so, sort of like the Grim. The Grim has that mix of like magic and physical damage as well. So
I don't think, but the
is what I like to
Skylar
see, this
scales
thing
off of it,
ripped
not necessarily the
back
build.
into jungle
It's
here,
not like you build
invert, and all
magical
that. So
damage and you're
it's
going to do
spicy.
magical damage. You build magical and it still
Okay,
scales
all
into
right.
physical
Coming out.
damage.
Very fun to watch.
I think the only thing is
Being
like what the
last
ultimate I
section
think
here.
scales off of heavy magic damage.
Oh,
You don't build
you're
magic
excited,
damage
so I'm
really
gonna let you
on
go
her.
with it, and then after Mars,
You
talk
literally
about
just
the
get it
ice
because
on
it scales really well. You get what 40 physical or 35 physical and 40 magic. That's free. That's like in theory probably getting a total of 60 physical overall.
Teams, whoever loses, they're still in the tournament. They can run their way through. I'm sure we'll see these guys
On top of the
in
massive
final, or the
benefits
finals
it
later.
gives you.
But a lot of good targets here. You can go after the Grim. You can go after the Crunch. You can go after the Zarus. So I like what the Richter is doing here.
I am.
Their damage feels lacking.
Because there's a lot of combo potential.
The damage feels lacking on VVMM.
You get the fly trap into a skewer or a skewer into a fly trap. There's a lot of CC potential to come through. Add on the Decker.
What I like about the Faye pick is that she plays as like a support or really far back.
I'm not 100% sold on. Yes, it comes
But she'll have some trouble.
and the Faye plays well into the
It depends
game.
how the Gideon in a way
Careful
plays.
decides to black hole. If you try to get active too early, you might end up getting pulled down, put in a bad spot. Also has a lot of disengage potential if this Crunch tries diving on you. Drop the fly trap, pull him away. You can have a lot of utility for your team.
You gotta be careful with Skylar though, because
You want the
Crunch can knock you
I'm
down.
not 100%
If
sure
he
that's
times a
the
knockdown
best
properly, he
approach.
can knock you down.
Is that the
Or if you go up and he
impulse
dashes into you, he'll
selection?
knock
It
you
feels
down.
very reliant on
What
your
would you
team
rather
being
see?
able to follow up.
Something more like hard carry?
Yeah, anything a little bit more aggressive, right? Could have picked the Zarus. The Wukong is still up, and we didn't decide to go for that one, which is a big question mark in my mind. Has a lot of flexibility, a lot of ways to get out of the fight, but also a lot of ways to get into the fight. And this Richter's fully reliant on your team following up. It can't make plays on its own, which I think is its biggest stumbling point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Richter could go the off lane, right? But I don't think I've ever seen Bond Druid. I've never seen Bond Druid play Richter in the off lane. That's why I'm like, it's gotta be import, unless there's something weird going on here in the phase.
It's gonna be what happens with the jungler. Whoever gets kind of fed early, but
that is what makes sense to me. But maybe
it is a very interesting comp.
Maybe he's gonna play the Richter and feel just a little bit more tanky. So we will see. It's about is it can.
Absolute control composition, right? You've got a bunch of tools for NESU, Nightshade. I think Mars is right, or Philly said it. Either way, the desk is right. All in, right? You pick a guy, you commit, you hit the CCs, and either you win that or you lose that. And frankly, the game might just be that simple. Game 3, you either win it or you lose it. Let's jump in.
I said it.
Alrighty.
And here we
Let's see what we got here.
Game number 3. We have done a little bit of a time skip.
Yeah, it's so Crunch, Steel Support. Yep.
The only thing I can guarantee for you, my friends, is that this is the last
Richter
game.
Jungle is interesting.
I am TJDJ. I've got Tang alongside me, and we got to quickly get through this one. Game 3.
Alright, it's gonna be interesting.
What a banger game. First
When the heck did
game
Richter get
delivering.
picked?
Third game is gonna be the decider one. We heard it on the desk.
I swear I didn't see a Richter. Oh, might be blind.
The next stage of the winner bracket, whoever falls is gonna still be there.
All I say is we should see FaZe, or Faye. Faye should be focusing max clear on that Gideon, and they'll beat him up. All abilities on it.
Being traded around Septic now on the Grim. Personally, big fan of it.
Yeah, mana
I'm a
down
fan
low
of
right
it
now.
With some ranged supports, with a lot of bully potential. With the steel, it sort of, in my mind, it sort of negates a lot of the strengths that the Grim brings.
And I really get the sense with, especially with what the desk were mentioning about the drafts for both of these teams as well, is that there are some very interesting choices that both teams have decided to take. I want to hold on to that one a little bit more as it on this Richter in the jungle looking to get involved. Not
A lot of action. Almost 3 people in mid. Oh, Ven might get caught.
Re-engaged this fight, but Bondred was hovering towards the right hand side. Thinks better off it. He's back to his lane.
Maya really wants to trade aggressively there, right? But the rotation coming in by Import, if he connects with the hook, then that could have been a frag or at least a blink forced. Let's see, in the first 2 games, Shin always the one having to blink early. Now with the Fae, a bit more of a lane bully. Also, a hero that I associate quite a bit with Shin. Shin is a very tactical.
This is a really big wave.
The strongest in lane.
I was clearing it up.
Best at those late game team fighting stages. That's exactly where the Fae is gonna shine as well, with that fly trap and also with this Richter in the jungle setting him up.
I mean,
Oh, go to duo.
It's a controlling draft. I think Shin as well, in my mind, probably one of the best control mages, control players that we have in the game. Excels.
It's a pretty easy lane for the Grim Steel right now, though.
As well. I do want to touch though on that Richter though, Tangway. There was a lot of discussion on the desk about
The strong counter into the Decker with the augment and the E.
I think Nightshade, they love the Richter pick. Usually they use it together with a bit more lockdown, especially in the mid lane, right? So they have the Decker, that one can help. They also have the Quang for the tether. That doesn't guarantee the hook, but at least makes it slightly easier. Usually they also play it with something like an Argus. That was actually what I was expecting, looking at the draft by itself. But with Gideon being so strong into the Argus, they didn't really want to give Maya a favorable matchup, especially when he looks like he's on fire today.
Look at the junglers right now. Oh, they turn around.
All these players have been playing extremely well, really showing up in these games.
Gideon didn't get River. Maybe didn't.
This game moving along very quickly.
I don't think he did. He still has mana missing. Granted, he's basically full though. Oh.
On towards Ven's jungle. He has also
Yeah, low key, yeah. Richter kind of cooks.
Be able to help out, but M is low.
Oh shoot, M low.
Lead him away. M's got to be careful. Import looking for a Riplash. Looking for
Oh, that was really good. Honestly, Import does play a really good Richter.
Back to the spawn. First blood secured by Nightshade EU.
Venom just not able to be there in time. Also low HP bars and Import utilizing the big Richter, the base stats.
Can you go to duo? Why am I watching someone back? Thank you.
Pushes the Saris out of his own jungle, and then M just gets dove at the back end of that fight. Also had to blink once, didn't even need to utilize that cooldown. So once more, the Crunch is suffering in this offlane matchup.
Something that we have said multiple times. It feels like
Offlane match? Oh, Crunch offlane. He was at Steel. I was confused.
Some pretty bad matchups. Want to see though if for the many men, M can have a bit of a redemption performance. He was on that Crunch himself in game number 1. And I think another topic I do want to touch on Tang briefly is that Shin has been able to keep a blink in the early game. Secret on the melee support, not really been able to roam, not been able to impact as much as he could in game 2, and I think that could be a big reason why the many men were able to set up so well in that early game.
Yeah, 100%. I think keeping that blink on the face super important. Not only because you can escape if you need to, but also because, as I said, right, the lockdown on this.
Yo, what up, Shark? But I think the tournament so far, it's actually been a big surprise. I've only watched this game, like the last 2. The first game surprised me. Actually, in reality, I mean, it surprised me by how much, but I expected Nightshade to win. Second game surprised me.
Really just looking around. What I do like is Import is being much more proactive in the start of this game number 3 as well. Game 2 kind of felt...
This one I'm interested in. What about yourself? This will be an interesting game.
Not being the primary engage already. That invade into the red side. Import still calling the shots. It's a player that's the Nightshade EU squad need to get behind them over this early game, and they are going to start up the mini prime on that right hand side.
So smart. They also have the ward onto the Fangtooth pit, so they know that one is not going to be responded to. Venom is going to show.
Any differences in how NA versus EU playstyle? Recently, these games have confused me because the biggest difference was how slower EU plays and more for farm. But like these games have been pretty active. But other than that, no, I'd say that it's relatively similar. Nothing that I've seen that's out of the ordinary. Very same character picks.
Is going to provide the value, and now Import is over here. Bondrude is on the right side, so the mini prime buff will not be in play for this Fang2 fight. Who is going to be over here, though, is M. He's beelining down the river. Secret zoning away, and the many men's do not pull away from the objective. They will see it through all the way and secure the first Fang2.
How the world just impacts comp scene. You know, I haven't actually focused on that. I really wish the world shift started in the beginning. I like the new map changes, but I think they should be from the beginning.
Is to go for the fight and end up taking it. Another pick secured onto M, while Bondrewd on this right-hand side, buffed up with this mini prime, taking all the real estate that he can get.
Flytrap was used, and that is going to be M
Ceiling being taken. They trade ceilings.
Run over there to try and put out the fire, as the ceiling will get secured by imports. Again, just being more proactive, just showing face. I don't know if that's because Richter just is a naturally beefier boy, or maybe import just wants to get over that game to loss in the best way that he knows how.
I need to see a tab screen at this point, because Kwang's gonna be so far ahead. We see it in the XP, but just look at this goal.
Yeah, look at that.
It is just absolutely disgusting at this point. 1.5k just easily secured by Bond. Against M in this matchup, right? And all of that happens with a good dive, with a good invade by import on that right-hand side, forcing Venom away, and then M is just left out to dry in the 1 versus 2.
Import really showing that you don't need to use abilities to be a facilitator. Sometimes just where you are on the map facilitates the rest of your team to reap some rewards. Big advantage for Nightshade EU on this right-hand side, but this game, it hasn't been blown open just yet. It's still only 2 kills. We've only had 1.
I just love how Richter runs when he does that. He's so fast.
Also been shared as well. So now the team able to find a decisive blow just yet. And I'm wondering though, Tang, who's got to step up? Who's got to be that big player, make that impact in game 3?
At the moment, it looks like Bond is shaping up to be the one. Has been already getting this tier 1 down. So now, usually one of 2 things happen.
The leading team, rotation-wise, way more than the losing team, opened up the map for them more while making it harder for the behind team to stay safe. I can see that. It definitely opens up things a lot more, 100%. It's, I think, one thing why I do like it, actually, a lot. Yeah, I think it's fair. I do think the Heroes, ooh, that's big. That'll probably set M in a pretty good spot if he can get some plates. Oh no, he already lost tier 1. I just noticed that. So this will just balance him out, maybe. Was that a shutdown? Did Kwang have a gold shutdown? I'm curious.
At this turret, get some platings in his own pocket, try to be at least somewhat impactful once those team fights come around once more.
And comp play, it can definitely be yeah, it could be sometimes self-sabotaging for some teams, I feel like. It is kind of interesting thing, right? Like, there might be some teams where you don't even want the world shift to actually happen. You're like, I do not want them to have an easier time to get to me. And stuff like that. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, and don't forget like how important it was to be the first seed. When we think back to
like Gideon, you don't want them to really get more ways to be easier, you know, to get chased on. Mid laners are crying. Low escape mid laners, they hate the changes.
Is having his camps taken away on this right hand side. But what do you want to see?
Funny enough, you know,
we do want to see those both junglers.
I feel like there's some spots that I don't even know changed. I'll finish my sandwich.
Both junglers, I think, both these teams really showcase why they are considered some of the best in their roles. We've seen the best, maybe also some of the worst aspects of these.
See, this is what I expected from the games. It's really slow kills. 1, 2, 13 minutes in. We'll see how it is with the OBJ. How did the first Fang Tooth go? I forgot. Was it free?
Away from the Shaper. There is going to be another seedling spawn, so an opportunity to take that one away. A lot of battlegrounds, a lot of opportunities.
We see Import looking to get damage potentially onto Maya, looking for overextensions. Actually, Bond is the one I am meaning to say. as Import starts to control space. Shin has picked up the Cresselia, goes for this healing build on this.
Yeah, look at that. They're gonna do a trade.
I think this orb of
They're doing a trade just to equal out too.
Semi-tanky Faye. That is gonna be there to heal up the team as well. Fangtooth being taken. Many Mans getting some damage on this right-hand side. M should be able to claim this tier 1. Not able
I'll try to get it, but
but
open up the map enough. No, yeah, it is an interesting thing. But you get massive gold. Shaper gives good gold, 200-300 gold or something like that for everyone on the team. That's a pretty good lead. You know, it balances out because then you kind of, you know, you get the gold on yourself and not on the enemy team. It's tough. It'd be cool if Shaper instead didn't go by like gold, maybe. Maybe they actually make it where it benefits a team map-wise or something. I'm not sure. What if only half the map gets beat up, for example? I don't know. I think you could make some wild stuff with it.
Wherever they stand, no platings available any longer. 12 minutes in the game is when they expire. We had Bonds take all of them on this right-hand side. We had M take 2 for himself. Venom hovering around. Mini Prime is going to be the play. Venom almost looks out of position. Bond fishing for him.
Going fishing, and he's also brought 4 members to the party.
There's a lot, yeah.
Left-hand side as everyone rotates over here. They know how important it is. If they can get.
I'm surprised that we're not seeing a Mini Prime take. You have M getting bodied. You take Mini Prime. There's 4 of you there. You just push that lane out because look how many of y'all. What the hell's a Crunch and a Zarus gonna do to you while you're pushing out their inhib basically? You know what I mean? Or an objective which gives a different bonus depending on the role, which gets a kill, but I guess with Hunt of the Jungle it doesn't work. That'd be interesting. You could make it where Jungler gets no benefit, but if you risk it and give it to someone else, that they get a benefit. That would add some risk to it. But they need to implement the ability to see HP if I put a ward in. Oh, that Gideon ult is a little bit useless. Yeah, I don't like Gideon right now. I don't like Gideon. I am not a big fan of Gideon. You ult with Gideon, it's decent damage, you're stuck in the location, you might make a mistake and get stuck there. He has really fast clear, he has a lot of good damage just off of his abilities. I don't like seeing Gideon play for his ultimate, I really don't. I feel like there's too many gap closers to get out of it. That's it. I don't like Gideon in right now. I actually think mid lane is in a bad state for what heroes you want to play in it. Like, if you guys watch my stuff and whatnot, when I get mid lane now, I only play Faye. I just think that Faye is the best, the only good mid laner that allows you to switch between many different roles. Play it as a support, play it really aggro, you know, force the enemy to try and get reclamation and stuff. Then you can have really strong poke off of your E, really high damage off of your RMB. You can even heal with your RMB. You have movement speed with your Q. You know, like, she just has such a strong kit. And I don't see why you would really pick most mid laners. That's why Omega makes 100 jungler with the latest hero. More jungles. I was thinking of doing a data mine on some information on the new heroes. Not like me, I mean, just share the information. I am not the one doing the data mines. That's the king, Late Owl Who.
Venom just has to take the scraps wherever he can. Sarah's usually really good in this early game, but not against the Richter.
The seedlings are really strong, Shark. Seedlings are very strong. I sleep on them. I sleep on them a bit in Nitro and that because, like, I like to give my enemies a chance, you know what I mean? The seedlings are really good, and they're really weak, too. Oh! 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 See, that was really good. That's the advantage you do get with a Gideon, but that was the team doing a lot of that. Yeah, that's good. That was just... they overextended, 100%. Oh. Try and get anything back, but the many men will back away 3-0. They answer. There was a big overextension, you know, not knowing who's coming and all that type of stuff. But did Gideon blink for that? I think Gideon blinked to get that deeper in. They need to play Sevrog support. Biolam. Let's go, baby. I'm ready to see it. Oh my god. What is this? Why is he there? Why is he there?
Thank you very much.
Why was he there?
Once again, just like that, the many men look to flip the script again.
But this might be a bit awkward. They're gonna be trapped in the pit again. Can they escape before the rest of the squad?
Oh, they're getting in.
Yes, of course they can. With the porter out of Mayor, gonna be able to make it out of the pits. That would have been hard with any other mid laner.
It's just always so nice to draft a clown car, draft an Uber to get you from one side of the jungle to the other.
Hey, it keeps them in though. It opens it up.
From this game, it's just been very much back and forward here. Both teams showing what they have got here, and the winners round 4 matchup. Another tab screen shows a 3.5k gold lead in favor of the Nightshade squad, but the momentum is with the many men's for now.
Yeah, actually, make it 5k, I think, the goal difference between them. Even though with this Fangtooth secured, this many men's roster still very much in the game, but don't forget, this early game has been...
Bro, I hate hearing their name.
They have been finding those invades.
Many men's.
They've been getting those...
It's too long.
Many men's. They have punched...
Many men's. Like, I love when the casters say it, I crack up.
Big Prime spawns. 20 minutes in, the map has transformed beforehand, as we were mentioning. Now it's gonna be...
Oh, what's that crunch gonna happen to that crunch? Oh, what's gonna happen to that crunch?
It's gonna be there as well.
His broken ability. Oh! Oh, you still get damage hard though. Oh, massive! Are they behind though? Oh my god! This is free? Oh my god, he's getting melted! Holy... Jungle for mid, if they get Septic, it's big. If they get him, they get one more person. Oh my god. Oh, massive. Holy. Wow, and they got the jungler off of that. They got the jungler off of that. That's absolutely huge. I wish it was... The camera angle was so bad though. I couldn't see how they were targeting and what abilities we're using. It was so hard to see if it was I think Kwang missed the tether, and I don't know if it was the Q that killed or Vanquisher proc or what. Oh, they're still keeping the fight going. Massive wombo combo. The damage isn't there to capitalize on it just yet. Secret though will still... That was massive, bro. They're not even saying what happened. No, the casters aren't saying what happened, bro. That was a massive Decker play. Massive Decker play until literally freaking... I think it was what, Kwang knock up too? Because they went in the air. Holy.
Penguin just too good with the Rifties, honestly. Like, we've seen him so many times, like...
I'm freaking out about it, bro, and they're just relaxed.
I can remember it like it was yesterday. Thinking back to something like the Nations League, where he won the entire thing with England, and like this insane rift he's playing, getting 4.
Not much was really given. I think they got what, 3 kills off of it. No prime take.
In Predecessor history, and
how's the lane looking? All right, so left lane's pushed. They need a... He's taking 3s. He's starving jungle. They have Crunch there. Kwang sits there low key. I think they should take Prime. I think Kwang stays there and keeps pressure, and they take Prime, and then Kwang can go and do the back. Because Kwang cooks. I'm pretty sure Kwang cooks the Crunch right now, right? Okay, he's getting a reset. I would do a small trade here. He didn't push up, so now they're meeting at mid. Oh, he's going back.
Would you like to reset?
I'm a little surprised right here why they're not looking at taking Prime kind of behind the back. They didn't follow up the wombo combo. They could have just focused objective off of that. They did, but it was a little bit slow. But they did. I don't think there was a Fate ultimate, but you got a Decker and then a Kwang knock-up. That's huge. And they killed Steel off of it.
Completely dark for Venimans. They have some wards in their own side of the jungle, but honestly, they don't have any vision around this Fangtooth. Secret is gonna change that, but that is gonna mean that this Prime Pit is still unwarded for themselves. Nightshade just perfect vision everywhere, pretty much.
It's a risky play for a Fae to do like a split push in a way against a Gideon.
Death Rush, and they just wait for the victims.
They play around that lack of vision, making sure someone walks forward when they have to be the ward, have to be the one to walk into the fog of war.
There's two right.
Normally 5 of them. Fanatic Death Rush.
Faye is right. See, if I was Gideon right now, I'd be looking at poking out this Faye. Please go right. Please go right. Look at the Gideon. Look at the Gideon. Look at the Gideon. Please look at the Gideon.
Everyone on this server knows how important this Fangtooth is going to be, and for the many men on free Fangtooth Monty.
Let me be the cameraman, dude.
They need to take this.
I just wanted to see what the position of the Gideon was. Oh, what's going on mid? Oh.
He does. Should be able to keep his life. I'm also looking on this right side. Both mid laners were holding those waves in the 1v1. Gideon on the reset. Maya would actually have a really easy time all-inning the Fae if he's sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can all-in the Fae. That's why I'm really curious to see.
His true silver already being completed.
Tang made a good point right there.
This entire jungle is just so hard to walk into. Import is right here.
Is anyone in left? Is a Kwang and Crunch fighting? Go left! Bro, please, cameraman. I want to see what was burnt. Was that an ultimate burn? Both burns on Crunch.
Instant death for the two frontline. A lot of posturing, a lot of moving around. It's now the many men's grouping in towards the red side jungle or Prime on the board.
This is really boring, man.
And also a Shaper wanting.
They got two objectives now. They're just farming and waiting. These guys are terrified. It's 1-1. They have, what, 30,000 on the line right now. And they're terrified.
Instant classic. Talking about that, what did he call it? The triple ripple is what we are waiting for.
Triple ripple.
Oh, double trouble, triple ripple. Let's go. But so far, though, has not happened yet. Both teams sort of like putting on their dancing shoes, running in a circle, contesting vision, but importantly, nobody has been found of guards by any of these people looking for picks. I see Import just run around by his lonesome, try to go for a hook, but honestly, like, he needs to connect with Penguin. They need to sort of layer their CC, make it easy for Import to...
They really don't have amazing setups. You know, they have good escapes and on everybody.
I mean, I'm all for aura farming right now, on the Richter right now, but it needs to be hook maxing. Those hooks.
Yeah, Import's trying to look for something.
Import's just not found them recently. He's been having.
I want to see a blink. Is there a tower there? There is. It's almost dead though.
Just not finding an isolated member. I think that's for the many men they've kept together as a group. The discipline.
Come on, go left, bro.
Left-hand side. M versus Bondred at 27 minutes in, as the Nightshade squad all back towards the All Prime. A moment of reprieve between these two solo laners as well.
Salvation procced. It's gonna be a good thing for Bonds, but M is gonna first move as this fight might start to commence.
Secret having to blink though. Import gonna find Ven on the stairs.
Close.
Gonna find Riplash and also Stasis Bomb going wide. Import still dropping down. Nightshade EU squad just make themselves home.
They're grouped right here. I'm like, yeah, Ven's looking for something, but he's kind of soloed out. He doesn't have his team. Oh, that's so good.
Nightshade are now split up, but they still have the mobility to get away. And now,
oh my god, they got the crunch.
Hook into Impale, and M finally falls.
Was a little surprised to see the ult, because he was kind of low. I assumed that they would have just got him. Oh, how's mid?
He's just zooming over towards the right-hand side. Bond buying time.
Bro, please go to someone who's not doing PvE content. Thank you.
Shin on that Fae. I'm gonna dissuade them from actually starting it up. And meanwhile,
that seedling, the seedling spawn's gonna be wild right now.
I think just the two-man unit of Shin and Penguin just force off the many men from taking your prime, essentially looking to trade out the Shaper, not going to happen.
It's crazy, bro. It's a 4v3, and they're terrified.
Hesitating at the worst possible time.
It's a 4v3, and they're absolutely terrified.
And Bonds, but they just have no vision anyway. They don't know that.
Yeah, they don't have vision, I guess.
Them right now in this red side, they have nobody behind them. They could have been easy targets for this many men's roster, but
yeah,
the strength of controlling the vision line everywhere means that many men's they can't pull the trigger. They don't know if Import is right behind Penguin. That's been one of the strengths out of Penguin as well since he made his entrance into the competitive scene, knows his limits so well, and also knows how to bait the enemies into thinking that he has more members behind
him. Yeah,
him.
they denied third Fang as well, so that's like super good.
It's like Penguin's basically thinking, as long as I position and posture like this, act like I've got my team behind me. Just act, be convincing. The man plays his part so well, and the reward for Nightshade EU, Seedlings, Primordial Blaze, Orb Prime as well. Vengeance hasn't even left the red side jungle as the Orb Prime gets taken. Tang, you know what this is, I know what it is. Triple Ripple in favor of Nightshade EU, and the many men's are stunned by this.
Yeah, with this one, they're looking to rip open the heart.
It has been a very boring combat-based game, though. Import was the only one looking to do a play.
Lasting much longer as
off-laners were fighting each other, though. They're the only ones fighting. Other than that, they were just farming.
Easiest sort of siege for them. They need to find a pick first. A perfect setup. Decker stun into a Whiplash.
And they find it, though.
Is she running the heal crest? I assume so.
To show respect. Inhibitor is going to drop. Now they're going to move over towards the left-hand side. Andrew's been warming that one up. And should be able to complete it there. Once again, just permanently.
What the heck?
Though, probably taking the crunch debuff there as a skewer does come out to get away. Many men's able to get back towards the fountain. The Nightshade EU squad move from mid to left, potentially to right, potentially to the core.
One pick is all it takes. Imports, we're looking for you, connecting on a stun. Needs to find the backline as well.
Also score a field goal with that Whiplash straight in between the uprights. They spump, finding a stun secret, goes in with a shield slam. Epoch out from Shin, drops down.
Ooh.
Poor taking damage. Maya throws down the black hole onto the backline, is able to take Bond.
There's a lot of big fights going on right now. Like, this is pretty spectacular. Oh, they're low. They're low.
But the Nightshade squad are still so low. Minions pouring into the base.
They're all alive. This is risky as hell.
Barely anything. As the core now the target once again, and the many fresh out of the fountain. Forward crunches, pushes Bondry back.
Oh,
on net. Import connects to the Whiplash. Septic able to avoid it.
Oh, massive. He's still alive, dude.
Impale off of cooldown, and there.
That was good. That was a solid play. I know freaking Richter got massive heals.
Secure a spot in the winners finals.
Oh, that was demonic. That late game siege.
That was good though. That was a fun. That was a nail biter at the end though.
I should say, making sure that everybody has at least enough to make the entrance into this core to end the game. 2-1. Many men's. They drop down to the losers bracket, but against a dominating team like Nightshade EU, that is not a shame.
I don't think there's any hot no shade throwing that. You know, if you fall down to this studded roster playing so well in game 1 and also stepping up in game 3 to remind us all of what they can do. They're saying game 2 was only a blip. Dominating.
All right, yeah.
And the many men's again.
I'm pretty good though, but I am gonna call it. Those are fun games to watch. I'm gonna call it though. Take a break. Yeah, we're probably not gonna throw the stream up. Just video content, gameplay content, until I get the PC back and doing all the good things on there. On Twitch, let me see. All right, all that stuff's good. All right, but hope you guys enjoy the tourney if you continue to watch. Remember, they're streaming it on YouTube and on Twitch. I said, and for the YouTubers, they're streaming on both of them. Just go to their main channel, Predecessor Game, And yeah, so I'll catch y'all. Take it easy. Have a good one. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.